Scorpio season pick a card for y'all. So we're going to do a pick a pile. Signs that this message may be particularly resonant for you, though, before you even go and pick your number or pick your pile, rather. We're just going to keep it simple. It's going to be 1, 2, or 3. We're going to get a specific guardian angel oracle for y'all in a reading to delve deeper. There is a collective strain, though, coming into this Scorpio season. So I'm going to start off with this channeled message, and then I will get into your pick a pile. So check the timestamps below if you want to jump right in, or if you're returning to re-listen. Reveal it to heal it. Reveal it to heal it. This is the message, the phrase, the statement, the concept Spirit has me essentially arriving and leading with in this reading, as well as this energy of the transition coming out of a Libra season into Scorpio season. Now, I always record these messages with a timeless intention. And for all I know, this could find you at a future Libra to Scorpio season. So use your discernment here, right? And as always, book a personal reading if you really want to get into the specifics. Now, with this, reveal it to heal it. For some, especially if you're resonating with me, for some of us, something happened in Libra season that has required and is requiring healing. And I'm getting the emphasis of healing like the ing, the active present state of this, the active embodiment, the active process of healing going on right now. For some of y'all, there may be some things in Scorpio season specifically that come up to be revealed and then healed. I do feel like, of course, Scorpio season is known for digging up deep truths for even deeper healings. Scorpio is an energy that really helps like root out secrets, rule out mistruths, exploring the darkness and shadow and bringing what needs to be brought into the light and up to the surface for integration, right? So there will be those things occurring during Scorpio season. However, for those of y'all who are like, you've already had some incidents around the time this message finds you, this Scorpio season is truly going to help you get to a deeper, root level, that sounds funny, root level, foundational type of healing, foundational levels of restoration, rejuvenation, calibration, realignment. The way they're using me as an example to kind of make it simple is, some of y'all may know, around the time of recording a couple weeks back, I had a physical injury that affected like my mobility, and I'm still healing from it. And although like the injury was from a recent activity, I very much so believe that this is actually, and I might even do a whole separate channel on this, but essentially I feel as though it was the injury to end all injuries. Now, this does not mean I'm not going to ever have an injury in my life, although that would be amazing. Thank you. When I say the injury to end all injuries, it's the injury to end all injuries that you have acquired, that you have experienced up until this point. Essentially, it's an injury to clear it all out, like empty it out, reset, refresh. So this recent mobility issue that I've had, which is obviously affecting, like I haven't been able to work in my active income job, to be fully frank, because I have multiple hats, like, which I love. And it's affected my ability to work tours, to dance, to entertain, to host, like, that more muse part of myself really being benched. And I've been navigating the dance with faith, the reality, because my faith is always there. Even if it is a mustard seed, I am very blessed, like my faith never disappears. I'm a real human, and Spirit wants to hold space for my fellow real humans, like tuning in, whatever else you are as well. But the human part of you that's having this lived human experience is like, it is normal to go through wobblers, and on the one hand, you can identify as a very faithful, spiritual person, believe in it, and you could also have those moments where it's like, Spirit, how am I going to pay this electric bill? Spirit, like, how am I going to get these groceries? Spirit, how am I going to get water? Spirit, how am I going to get this stuff up the stairs? You know what I'm saying? Like, these types of very real questions can come up. And while giving myself time and space, honestly, to have emotional release and let go and feel the feels when I need to, I've also been assured by spirit that everything truly is working out, and that this injury slowed me down and essentially is, I almost said the word forcing, but in reality, it's not forcing me to do anything. I'm choosing what I do, how I choose to respond. Even if it feels very strongly advised, strongly guided, I'm not technically being forced. So with that, this injury has really guided and invited me to stop putting off physical care that could really get to the root issue, like the source misalignment, the injury that happened probably years ago during my time in India that I haven't ever really had the resources I haven't had the resources and the knowledge. Let me say it that way. I haven't had the resources and conscious knowledge of knowing how to best respond to that situation, given the means I had in any given moment. Like, for those of y'all who have restarted in your life from like true rock bottom, like where you have like really like lost or pretty much, yeah, you don't have resources, you understand what it's like when you go through a wilderness period, where you go through a true survival mode period, and you are doing the work to literally get yourself out of it, and you've done the work to get out of it so energetically and emotionally, yet there may be some lag time as far as being able to engage in all of the thriving based activities and thriving based energy that we want to manifest and experience on a physical level. So to make that make a little bit more sense and land down to earth rather than just be all energetic concepts, it's this vibe where I feel as though spirit basically allowed this to occur so that I would be tested with my faith and how strong I trust that like my needs will be met in a timely fashion, and that money will find me in various forms. And so do not only rely on one job, do not rely on one employer, do not rely on one enterprise. I wasn't, however, spirit was really it was the reminder, the revisitation of that lesson in the experience of like, who do you put your faith in? Who do you trust? Humans, man-made connections, man-made deals, or are you trusting your guidance from source? Are you trusting the intuition and the divine provision from your guides and from the Holy Spirit? And I'm choosing to do that. At the same token, Spirit has also been giving me the push and the encouragement to show up and share how I can in alignment with the capacity and the resources I do have available to me right now. So for some of y'all, this has been not only the slowdown to reveal what needs to be healed, injuries that need to be healed and cleared out on deeper levels, pushing you to ask for help, asking for support, going to receive services, receiving some form of care. This is the message to let you know that not only are you responsible to lean into your healing fully this Scorpio season, this is an invitation, encouraged to really lean into your healing Scorpio season. There's also the invitation and the reminder from Libra with relationships to not cut off your nose to spite your face, to not become so involved in your pain that you end up actually like putting yourself in a silo in the depths. Ask for the support, receive the resources, and also heal the evil eye. This is a big general collective reading, and we will get the piles. But the big collective is the reveal to heal. Take your time asking for support and release, relinquish, let go of the fear of appearing weak. Let go of the fear of appearing vulnerable. Let go of any internalized voices that are seeking to make you believe, make you feel like you don't deserve help, you don't deserve support, or this version of you doesn't. Some voice in your head that may have said, oh, because I had a hard time then, sometime in the past, oh, I can't ask for any more help. I can't put that out there anymore. I can't be seen that way. Or maybe you've gone through Thank you, Spirit. holding space, they really slowed me down because this is, comment down below if you feel comfortable, if this is really for you. Spirit is like, some of y'all, you went through this injury, 10:10 on the clock, is happening where not only is it having you heal the actual injury, and I keep coming back to that word, on the physical, it is affecting the emotional, the mental, the energetic, the spiritual, which you knew, like, that's not a novel thing for Dil to say, of course. What I'm getting at though is like, this is layered. There are connections here. Like, this is almost, like, this isn't just one simple thing. This is major. And I'm not even saying the injury was simple, even if you identify it as a major injury. I'm talking about it's not just major within its own localized context. Like, this is major on a more universal level, like universal for yourself, let alone the universe. There's something where as you lean in, and if you truly allow yourself to embrace what this healing is asking for, if you truly surrender to the full processes and guidance of your spirit of what you need to do to really clear out this injury so that we have really cleared the deck, like the injury to end all injuries, like what I was channeling earlier, the injury to clear all injuries so that you have a fresh, vibrant, vital, amazing, like, foundation, health and wellness, energy set, capacity set to grow, co-create, play, and share from. Now, obviously, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Everybody's body, everybody's condition is going to be different. What clearing out for me is going to look clear and different for you. So I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, everybody's just going to have every long-standing physical ailment disappear. I would never make like ridiculous promises like that. I will always advocate for holding space for miracles. I will always advocate for holding space for getting your cells to reactivate and realign in divinely optimal ways. I will always advocate for positive transformation and hold space for that possibility, even if my human mind doesn't see it in a given moment. It is important that you keep that energy, you keep that faith, not only to get to a functional level. Whatever you're being asked to do right now for healing, I'm going to encourage you and invite you to not settle for just the functional package. Don't just settle for the Band-Aid approach. Don't just settle for what can get me up and out and back the fastest. And then you're jumping back into a pattern or routine, or you're pushing yourself into a hyper-productive, like scarcity response, overcompensation way of working and moving and utilizing your form, your body, and your energy again. No. This injury was not meant to have you regress into lack and scarcity. This injury happened so that you can witness just how far beyond scarcity and lack you've come, just how natural and true you are in your abundance, and how you are now learning how to apply abundance, even in the face of a felt injury, of a felt pain, being able to persevere beyond it, to honor and respect the pain, honor the lessons, honor the teaching, give it what it needs to be heard, and then ideally transmute it and let go. But it's like, you're not letting it limit you. You're not letting this reintroduce a ceiling. At the very least, Spirit is saying, please don't. This injury is meant to be a springboard, not a new limitation. It may be a temporary limitation in the sense of, to be very practical and pragmatic, like I'm not dumb, like the pragmatic thing is like, oh, okay, something's going on with my mobility. I need to move slower going up and down stairs, or I'm going to be in a lot of pain, or I could potentially be like jeopardizing the recovery process. So yes, that's a realistic limit. Go slow. Go slow. But there's a difference between going slow versus me taking on a whole limit and saying, well, this is as good as my leg is ever going to get. This is as good as my life is ever going to get. I'm never going to walk well again. I'm never going to dance again. Absolutely not. And to be very honest and blunt with you, I had to have those tears and those cries the other day. Not a huge one, but I was crying with gratitude to Spirit and to Christ, to be honest, let alone my angels. And ancestors, but really like specifically like calling on the Holy Spirit and Jesus image to really hold me while I was in this physical therapy session, because so many emotions were starting to come up. Now, I wasn't like full on crying, you know, it was like the tears coming out because, you know, at the end of the day, like I am a Leo rising, you know, like I'm a Nicki Minaj coded person. It's like, I'm not afraid to cry. I can cry, you know, but at the same token, you know, I'm a bad bitch. So, you know, like time and space, time and space. But I'm dead ass, like tearing up because I was going through like spirit, like, I don't want to lose the ability to dance. Like I've always wanted to dance from the time I was young, and I never really, or I shouldn't say never, but I never consistently got into like, you know, a formal dance practice, dance classes, stuff like that. Like it never really got to pop off, but it's something that I've always wanted to do, especially when I came into my gayness and queerness in college, and I got to see like queer people of color and witness like voguing and Vogue culture and more like queer and gay and queer people of color, like forms of dance and community and tribe. And that's always been something I've wanted to go more in on. And I totally take responsibility that I allowed other responsibilities and other things to control or dictate or guide my choices. I'm not saying that I was powerless the whole time. No. But I'm leaning into this dream. I'm leaning into this deeply held desire. And I'm leaning into this desire to want to know that my body can still have fun and experience joy, and that I can still get up on the boat and like entertain and dance and host a group. Like I want to do what I love, and I love holding space. I love connecting with people. I love creating like multi-dimensional, joyful like experiences and interactive like vibes. Spirit, like, please help me to still have that ability. And you know, while I was like in my head, like talking about these fears and like having these tears with Christ, you know, it was all I kept being guided to do was trust, rest, and go with this process. Like be patient and be consistent. It's like be patient and be consistent and like surrender to the process. Now for this one, for the therapy one, they were telling me it's like, when as it gets more and more like specific and formal, like as I get the steps, it's like do the stuff. Excuse me, do the stuff. Especially big message for me. I'm a Sagittarius. I like to do things my own way. I like to listen to what the guidance, the rubric, the template is, and then kind of like freeform it, freestyle, edit, adapt. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't always really like cookie cutter rigid instructions generally. And Spirit was like, okay, but we got to be a bit more disciplined. And the thing is, I know I can do it. I followed systems before. I followed discipline before. Like, and if this is what it takes for me to recover and live that best life, like in that moment, Spirit was revealing to me like so many of the things I really care about and I really dream about. Like, yeah, there's that human practical thing where it's like, oh, I want to get back to work because it's like, I have this electric bill over my head. I have rent over my head. I need to eat. That's real. But like the real deep desire is like, I'm not scared about losing my mobility because I can't work. I was more scared and fearful because I couldn't enjoy life. Because I was like, how is this going to affect my ability, like with life, my interaction with life? And now, obviously we all can go through different forms of injuries, and I'm not trying to take anyone's narrative, minimize or anything like that. Spirit wanted me to reveal though this internal like dialogue I was having, an emotional, like raw emotional process. Like I don't need to be judging this, and I pray you're not judging it either. And they just had me like slow down and just like feel and listen to the wind. And I will say, like, when I went to start this recording and this reading, it did feel like the wind was picking up a little bit. And, you know, winds of change was coming through. So we're going to get ready to get into these piles. I feel as though it is time. Spirit is guiding me. Why did I say the chains? I meant to say the change is coming through. Okay, so there's some unchaining, there's some unbinding coming in for this collective. All right, so we're gonna do 3 piles. I'm just gonna keep it simple, babies. 1, 2, or 3. Everybody's gonna get an oracle, guardian angel oracle, and I will give some tarot cards to give you a little bit more. So don't worry, you're gonna get like something nice for your pile, for your specificity. But 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. I'm not here to block your blessings. If you feel adamantly called to more than one pile, then get your blessings. I'm not here to block you. All right. Please and thank you, Spirit of the Most High. We're going to begin with pile number 1, and I love how the dog starts barking. Yes. Okay, pile 1. We have breathe. Holy Raphael, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. Ooh, and I feel this is all wanting to come through. I'm going to read it again and show you. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. Okay, so a few confirmations. One, right off the bat, I know we're like, you're my tribe, especially. Well, if you made it this far, either way, the fact that Raphael is the first one out, and I've been having a reading that's really been talking about healing and especially injury and like reveal it to heal it, like deep stuff. Amazing sign, amazing sign. So continue to keep Holy Raphael if you resonate. Pardon me. I'm always putting my hand to my heart, so I don't mean to hit the mic, but you know, I'm from Long Island. Like, New York is active at the end of the day. Very expressive. Basic messages coming off the card, and then I'll expand, like the easy ones, the quick ones. If you have been, and I thank you, Spirit, I mean, like, they're getting frustrated with me. If you have been getting the nudges, the callings, the desires to either start and or return to a breathwork practice, like if breathwork and or pranayama, you know, like from the yogic tradition, but essentially if intentional breathing practices and exercises have been coming up for you, calling out to you, it's time to put that on the agenda. It is time to, I'm getting the sense, okay, Spirit is like, it's time to be a bit more disciplined with that and like really set that time aside. Especially because I will say, I haven't done it yet, so I need to. This is holding me accountable, so I'm with you right here. I will say Spirit was also guiding me to do this because with these recent injuries, my ability to like exercise and move around and do fitness is also impacted, of course. And one of the things that they kind of pointed out to reminded me of was like, breathwork has many benefits, and it can be something that can really help with physical fitness goals, especially longer term. It's not the same as obviously lifting weights, but it can do amazing things. And it really does a lot to activate your cells, like cellular regeneration activation benefits out the wazoo, which is ultimately like what we want from our health. So, breath work. Now, also with this one, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. So I am getting this energy of also, like, this is not a moment, this is not a time, especially with this pile, with this Scorpio season, what's coming up for you and the stuff that essentially, what's coming up to be revealed and integrated and healed for you, Spirit is saying, please, you don't have to be moving too quickly. This is not about, I'm not getting like a super active pace. I'm not saying you can't have moments of activity or flow, of course, honor it. What I'm getting though is continue to do your best to be responsive, always, let alone in this season. When things come up that either trigger you, bother you, shock you, upset you, unnerve you, whatever it may be, Spirit is wanting you to really, as best as you can, slow it down, breathe, and then respond. They want you to do this so that you are responding more and more as the new you, the version that you're wanting to be, the version that you're like becoming and that you intend to be. And essentially like getting rid of space to react from old habits, old ways of being, old mindsets. This collective is being guided to really slow down and surrender fully to whatever healing processes are coming up for you. Now, I want to acknowledge that for those of us who are also got the message to seek help and we are receiving outside support and we need outside support for our healing, we're allowing ourselves to admit that because I think it's okay to acknowledge like we need people. I think there's a way you can need people without it inherently being codependent. Like we are a social species, and so we're made to have supportive interactions, arguably. Don't make me lose it now, Spirit. Got me channeling so many messages at once. Follow your healing process diligently. Follow your healing process fully. Please don't rush anything. Don't force anything, especially when it comes to this healing. There will be moments where you have like leaps and bounds with the healing. Like, I'm not saying there will not be space for exponential growth and healing. There is. There is. The trick, though, is to not force it and not make every day or every, just for a metaphor, not making every therapy session the same. Like, how you walk away from one therapy session may not be how you walk away feeling the next, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. Like, for example, I felt really good walking out of the physical therapist the other day, and then she told me it might happen, but some like inflammation, swelling, and some discomfort may come like a day or so from now. And it did. It's not terrible, but it did. But I'm not freaking out. I'm not giving up on the process. Stick with the process, trust the energy, breathe. Like, a lot to relax your nervous system also. For this collective, I'm getting like things for you in the Scorpio season. Being mindful, yes, of your wellness, your breath work and stuff like that. I'm also like the nervous system. That's another, maybe a more specific thing you can focus on nourishing and going in on. Taking care of your nervous system, slowing it down. Bringing yourself more into a deeply rooted sense of calm and peace and faith. Doing what you need to do to really feel at peace and calm on the physical level. Like, this isn't just about like the mental or emotional decision where it's like, oh, I'm a peaceful person. I've chosen to be a peaceful person. I see things through a peaceful lens. Like, that's all real. And that's all a part of it, like, absolutely. But there's something more about like literally getting peace down to a cellular level, feeling it in your bones, allowing yourself to feel it in your bones. And I love how like I'm doing this and all of a sudden there's like this really obnoxious fly like starting to bother me, like a noisy one trying to get in the mix. Flies are spies. Rebuke and banish you in the name of the Holy Spirit. Ugh. All right, let's get some tarot for pile one. Holy Raphael, Holy Raphael, Holy Raphael, please help bring this message further down to earth. May we have some more pragmatic insights, wisdom and advice, clarity for this collective as to what is not only being revealed to heal, but how they can integrate this, how they can respond. Ooh, wow. I'm going to get more, but the star card, for those of y'all who know the tarot, like, I'm sure you are already like, wow. For those of you who don't worry. Like, I'm here with you. Like, love you. You're going to also hopefully be like, wow, because the star card represents healing and dreams and wishes coming true. Oftentimes, this is like when you wish upon a star. Like, what are you wishing for? Like, big dreams type stuff. And then the star is a big healing energy, And it can talk about like, dreams coming true are miracles. So let's also hold space for the miraculous healing. I don't know. It's like when this flew out and I got it, I was just like, oh, this is amazing. Like, this is miraculous level healing. I need you. And I know I channeled this earlier in the general collective one for everybody. It's like, I need you to continue to retain the belief, regardless of what you know could or could not happen on a human knowledge level. I want, and I'm inviting you to believe that miraculous cellular level healing is possible for you. That miraculous dreams are unfolding for you. Not even just possible. Baseline, I need the possibility. I feel like with this collective, we're already beyond that. Not to that we don't have moments where we need to rely on that and fall to that. Human. I'm almost feeling like, please let these two cards that you have with your pile alone right now, please let these two cards don't let them make you too comfortable where you don't show up for that healing and that routine and that program we were talking about, whatever it is for you. And at the same token, those spirits like, trust, become, take peace in the fact that the healing is already done. The healing's already been done. The healing has already been done. What's happening now is the process of unfolding it, of allowing it, of embodying it. Embodying it. Feels so weird when you try and break that down syllabically, doesn't it? This is why Raphael is having you really slow down and breathe, because it's like with each exhale, you're letting go of the old patterns, and you're also breathing more and more into your body. You're breathing more and more into the fresh energy, the fresh power that you've been given. This is about continuing to live as the healed version of you, because you are healed more and more, literally every single moment, every breath. It's like, this is unfolding. It's like, I'm just getting the sense of unfolding and landing. It's like the healing's already done. The healing's already done. The healing's already done. So now you're going to engage in these practices, these habits and behaviors, because you need to show up for those appointments. You need to show up for those activities. You need to show up for those practices and habits, so that the healing literally can unfold itself in and upon your vessel. It's like you have to do these things so that you live the healing, so that you receive the results, so that you receive the benefits. And I see this beautiful bird. I don't know birds, but I see a beautiful bird over there with like yellow underneath. Hi. Oh, I'm getting a little closer. Cute little bird. Oh my God, I love that. That's such a good symbol. Even the fact that I'm putting on this ridiculous voice right now with this distraction. Positive signs and synchronicities, messages coming through, and the yellow joy, like, keep that light up. And now I'm hearing this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Continue to let your light shine, collective. Continue to let your light shine. Your healing is unfolding. Just continue showing up for what your guides are, like, go where they tell you, show up for the appointments, show up for the messages, send the messages, still take some time off. I'm not saying be a workaholic. You need to have boundaries. Okay, we have the star, then we have the Page of Swords just popped out, and let me get one more. Please and thank you, Spirit. They almost want to give the most. I feel like the Page of Swords is really honoring the energy that some of us may be in right now. Because for me, the Page of Swords is often an energy that feels a little bit insecure, a little bit defensive, like on guard, on edge. They're not settled. They're not fully relaxed. Pile one, you are blessed, girl. Whatever your gender is. Like, the star, then we have Page of Swords, and then you got the sun. You have the star and the sun, with your insecure ass in between. And I ain't coming for you, baby. I had to get a little like playful with you. I had to make you laugh. I wanted to make you be like, oh! Like, I wanted to gag you a bit. I needed to gag you because the universe needs to gag you, because you're going to be even more gagged, but I needed to gag you out of the BS so they can gag you into the greatness. Gag you out of the BS so they can gag you into the greatness. Because the reason why I said it's like, here we are, a little insecure us in the middle, like, you know, we're, now notice though, I will give it to her. She's dressed. She's got her sword point up. She is moving forward. She's on the path. She's making moves. However, you know, she's looking back over her shoulder, like, because there's a little bit of worry. She's a little bit wary about where she's been, like past stuff, past issues, past traumas, whatever it may be. Past. So on the one hand, like I said, the Page of Swords, celebrating, making moves, like still showing up, doing the thing, but it's like we're feeling insecure, we're feeling defensive, like we're not settled. And this makes a special sense if you've had a recent like injury and or upsetting event, a tower event. Now the star already came through to let you know both the healing, this is the affirmation and confirmation that the healing is there, but also remember, give the universe your dreams. Give them the desire and own the full desire. That's why Spirit had me talk to you all in the beginning and share the whole story about like with me wanting to dance, me wanting to entertain, and really like being real with Jesus and being like, what do I want? Like, what am I afraid of losing? What am I afraid of never doing again? And what am I hoping to have gained and restored and like also go on a new level? Because it's like, before I had injuries years ago that didn't get fully healed. So even though I've been able to return to like some version of dancing and hosting, I never really got the deeper level healing. So I never could really like fully go in on it. Like I never felt confident enough. It's one thing to like just lip sync and be on the boat in the front and hold space. But it's a whole nother thing if I were to try and go and do a class and learn me some choreo and be like doing all of that. And I had that door kind of like closed for a while due to this lack of healing. Whereas now I'm more on the path to like, yes, get rid of the injury, to go back and be in the world, but to really dance, like to really be able to go for it, not hold myself back. And with the sun card at the end, this card, the sun represents success. The sun represents yes. The sun represents blessings. The sun makes everything brighter and better and higher vibrational that it touches and shines its light upon, particularly in the context of tarot. So basically, collective, to keep it real simple and like with Raphael right above, it's like breathe and get your mind right and get your body right. It's breathe. It's only like insecurities and old patterns, habits, like basically doubts and disbelief and disruptions to your faith. That's the only thing that's really going to hold this back. Nothing's holding it back, but that's the only thing that's really going to delay it. So I'm going to get a goddess guidance to kind of seal this in so you can go away with little goddess encouragement support really fast. As I shuffle this out, pile 1, to keep it simple for you. Your message from this moving forward, aside from everything I channeled, you take what resonates, leave what doesn't, to give you a lovely conclusion, is believe it. Believe that it's already done. Believe that you're already healed. And now you're just showing up for the appointments. Give me the analogy, please, Spirit. Please, please, please. Okay. Modeling reference. And this may be extra relevant if you've been curious about modeling. You're already in the fashion show. You're already booked for the show. However, leading up to that, because Spirit wants this to be the very best Angel Fashion Week ever, there are numerous types of appointments that they're queuing up for you in preparation for this show. So you're already booked and blessed and named and listed as the model, as the talent, as the star. What you have on your itinerary in the foreseeable future is you have a couple of walking refresher classes so that you're going to be reminded on how to walk runway. You're going to have multiple fittings because you're going to be wearing multiple looks, multiple outfits, and we want to make sure that they are tailored to perfection for you. And you're going to have maybe like just a couple of other like appointments to take care of your health, maybe your beauty, so that you're ready for that show to not only get the job done, you are going to slay. You are going to strut. You are going to walk like, walk for me, walk for me. Like literally Spirit is like, walk for me, walk for me. But before you even get there, before you get to the function, they're getting you ready for the function because you are about to stunt on these hoes. Like this is the layer and level of type of healing. This is why they didn't want you just having the Band-Aid, slapstick, quick chop heal. There's times for that. So, and some of us, if you're in this pile, we've been through the periods where that is dead ass what we had to do to survive, and we did it. We did it, and we're still here. This is why Spirit is having me channel this message, put it here, is like, this is the deeper healing one. This is the slow down one. This is getting you ready for the bigger and better show, baby. So you're the star and you're the sun. All eyes on you. So stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. This is like the energy of right now. Like this would be me, okay, just using me as a metaphor because it's safer than, coming for you. Is like, this is me right now, feeling insecure about my body, about like, am I going to be able to like host again, dance again? Am I going to be able to model again? Is somebody going to want me? Like, like these sort of things. These are very real questions. And Spirit is like, you're already the model. You're already wanted. You're already booked. People already been wanted you. However, the best thing you could do right now is take care of yourself and get to that glam level. You don't need, Spirit is saying, you don't need the receiving of a text message or the opportunity to offer right now in order to believe in it. Spirit, and channeled through me as the oracle, like Spirit is telling you, You already got the offer. You already got the deal. So believe it and live like it. If you knew you were booked for that fashion show come like, I'm just gonna say New Year's for whatever reason, just for a random time frame. New Year's. You have until New Year's until this fashion show. You know it's coming. Spirit has told you you're in the show. So what are you gonna do? They're talking to me. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna get my ass up in those physical therapy appointments. I'm gonna be finding out. I'm gonna get my ass back to breath work. I'm gonna figure out what kind of yoga I can be doing with this mobility that I got. I'm gonna make sure I'm drinking water and getting that protein. These sort of things. So you better check yourself. All right, let's get a little goddess guidance. Come on, goddess. Coventina. I don't know why they have me like, that's how you know I'm hype, right? Coventina. Purification. Yo, she's giving Holy Spirit down. Ace of Cups down. It is time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. So here's Coventina right now. She's giving me the chakras, giving all those rainbows, okay. Giving a little seashell. Spend time near the ocean, water. Water is going to be very, very helpful, of course, with purification intentions, always. Holy Spirit, keep close, follow that, integrity. What else with this one? So yeah, really, this is, I love how it's purification, and this is all about healing. And putting her right next to Raphael. Do what you got to do. Everything I just channeled, the water, the protein, the vitamins, the nutrients, the healing protocols, the treatment, like whatever that path is, that's what you got to be doing right now. Literally getting your mind, body, spirit, and keeping it in attunement and alignment as best as you can and living your best life. Like that is your goal. That is your gag. That is what you're being called to do. All right, pile one. Let me know if this resonated. Please comment down below. In addition to make sure you like, share, and subscribe, like really help expand and share this. I want to know if this was like really speaking to y'all, because I felt like this was really, really on one, and I'm curious. And as always, my contact information is down in the box below. So if you're interested in a personal reading, get in touch. We can get a little bit more into it, the specifics. Although right now, I want you to focus really on integrating this message and go spend some time with Spirit. Ooh, we almost got some new ones. I'm not going to take those, but we're going to get ready into pile number 2. And I'm going to give a couple cleansing shuffles to reset the energy. Please and thank you, Spirit. Get a little spritz, a little cleansing spray. Mix of holy water and Florida water. All right, Spirit, holiest guardian angels. Which guardian angel wants to come out for pile 2? Please allow us to receive pure, unbiased messages for pile number 2, allowing me to be a pure channel in service to divine will, respecting the free will and divine timing for all parties involved and impacted. Please and thank you, holiest Spirit, holiest team, tribes, angels, and ancestors of the Most High. Which card do we have for pile number 2? Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Okay, how did I know y'all were going to get a twofer? Because you have basically almost had a twofer with the jumper before. So 2 for you, Glen Coco. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. The repeating 2s. We have 2. Okay, we have Holy Haramiel, overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. I'm going to read it again. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges, overcoming difficulties with holiest Haramiel. And get into this like angel with that big wing, the mountain range, the colors, the ascension. And then we have brilliant idea with Holy Uriel. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Holy Uriel. And we're getting Unicorn Pegasus with the lightning bolt. I'm getting so much sensation. I love this energy. I love this feeling. I love this artwork. I feel powerful. I feel very Zeus. I feel very Hera. I like this sensation. I like how it feels. I want it. Claim it. Allow yourself to claim it. Like for that collective, that was there. And notice it was overcoming difficulties and then the brilliant idea. So the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. And taking this into account with the greater reading that I did for everybody in the very beginning, all about healing. This is letting you know, like, whatever that recent big injury, that big event was, whatever that tower moment was, like, that was it. Not say that there may not be other challenges, like, or many things along the way. Like, I'm not sitting here pretending like that'll never happen, but it's like, really, like, whatever was the big cycle where we needed the big tower moment and the big moment, it's done. It happened. So Spirit wants, for some of us, especially after injury, like, I know how I'm feeling. Like, you know, when you're walking around after an injury, or maybe you don't know, but now you know. But it's like, you know, after there's some kind of injury, some kind of hurt, and you're healing the body part and it's still sensitive, you know, you may like move extra cautious. You may move a little weirdly. Like, you may not go for it because you don't want to make it worse, but you also don't want to go through something worse again. Like, there's that fear, like something else is going to happen. Because also my physical therapist is like, okay, you have to practice walking normal. You have to walk normal. So that's like my goal of like today and this week and whatever. And so I'm doing it. However, I fully acknowledge, like, mentally, and I even said out loud to my body, I was like, please, like, let's walk normal. Please walk with me. Like, I love you. Like, let's do this. Let's do this. Like, please, I don't want to be afraid. Like, don't have me walking in fear, literally. Don't have me walking in fear, literally. Like, letting that pain have a permanent place and a permanent control on how I move my body and apparatus, if you will. It's like, no, cut it. So, Spirit saying all that bad, that just happened. Now, some of the best things you can do to move forward, in addition to everything that I was already channeling about healing, following the protocols, is like, for this collective pile too, is like, you have at least, they even have me say that extra, one idea, one calling, one passion, one creative project that is not only desiring your attention, because what you want wants you, it is like, it is ready, willing, and able to receive you. It is ready, willing, and able to receive you. And even the way, like, Spirit's having me be more like playful and like silly with my voice and characters and stuff, this is really resonant. If you identify as like a performing artist of any way, shape, or form, you express yourself through artistry, or even if you express yourself like just talking in front of like a camera or something. But like, there's a sharing and a showing and performing energy coming out of this collective, coming with what I'm channeling. Yes. It's like, show up, show out. Now, as I said earlier, honor the capacity that you're at. For example, like, if you had an injury or something and maybe you can't sit in a certain position as long or be in a certain position as long, it's like, don't overdo it. Do what you can within the capacity and resources you have readily available, because there are things that you can be doing. And they're really having me emphasize the plurality of this. Now, I'm not saying go and do all of the things. I'm not saying split your energy, like trying to do 50, 50, 50, 50, you know, on everything. No. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Continue taking action steps. Like, I feel like there's the bigger dream, the bigger goal, the bigger vision. And it's like one of those ones where it's like, this is something like you build towards, right? So, for example, it's like, I do have dreams, goals, and ambitions where I would like my social media platforms to like be able to be like monetized. And that requires like, a very active and engaged audience, like consistently, and people finding enough value in my content where then the platform views it as adding value and then wants to compensate me for it. That is a bigger goal, right? Like, to get to that point, I have to keep showing up and creating and channeling readings like this, the short ones, the long ones, put myself up and out there. So I'm still building, like every video I post, every post I put out there builds towards that bigger and greater project. However, it's like, it's on me to take the action to bring that bigger idea into fruition. In order to get that big following and big channel, I've got to do all these videos. And also like show up consistently, because I'm trying to have an ongoing relationship with my audience. Like, I'm not just trying to be, ideally, it's not like I just want to be here I don't want nobody codependent. Definitely not that. Not about that life. Mm-mm-mm. All about empowering you. At the same token, though, it's like I'm not trying to like disappear. You know, like I want this to be a nice long-term relationship. So show up, build it, and it starts with the little acts, and then eventually it evolves into something bigger. So spirit is like saying, it's like it's basically like they're reminding me of that phrase, like big things can come in little packages. And if you think about like the big thing of the big channel, the big goal, the big dream, getting clients could come in the small package of a video, right? Like stuff like this. Now take this metaphor and apply it to whatever your art is, your craft is, your story is. If you joined me earlier in the reading and you're in this pile as well, if you were getting the fashion show metaphor, it's like with the modeling and stuff. And I hear you coming for me, spirit. Trust me. It's like, okay, we know about the fashion show, but before then, it's like, things we can be working on getting done, especially if you're trying to break in. Like, I know it's like we got to work on getting like the modeling book. Maybe we want to have like our social media or a certain page or a mini website curated to our artistry, curated to showcasing our talents and crafts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a business card for some of y'all. Like literally Spirit had me looking at like almost all this stuff this week. It's crazy. So these are the types of things. It's like you have the big idea, continue showing up for like, you know what? Build out your dream. It's that simple. Spirit had me stop. Build out your dream. Continue building out your dream. It's like when you're building or constructing a home, especially back in the olden days, wherever they had bricks, it was brick by brick. I mean, I know there's still brick houses, cheese and brick right now, but you feel me? Like I'm not in construction right now, so I don't really know everything. But I mean, where I'm at, everything's made out of concrete. Everybody tells me, so it doesn't catch fire. So you know, but the metaphor, brick by brick, brick by brick, continue laying the bricks. And some days maybe you'll get like a whole bunch of bricks, you know, and then maybe some other days maybe it's a brick or two. And then also like let's be real and have a day off and be like, ain't no bricks at all because we're resting. That's okay. But overall, sum total, showing up for the project with consistency. All right, let's get some tarot to bring this down to earth. I feel like this pile is really like cut and dry. Really to the point. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we have this Seven of Pentacles. Very much so. I feel that. Ooh, they just have a yawn. Okay, so being patient. Definitely being patient. For some of y'all, you're like low-key like, when is stuff gonna move? When is this harvest coming? Any more tarot for this pile? They're just really sticking with the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Here we go. Oh, wow. They had 3 pop out together, and I'm going to take it. And I did leave the cards from pile 1, the tarot, in there. So, like, there's no repeating tarot cards, anything like that. So whatever cards you're really getting, Spirit wants. So we had 7 of Pentacles pop out. Then we had the 5 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, hang with me, and then we end with the 10 of Cups. Now I will say 10 of Cups for me, I love the 10 of Cups. We've got rainbows, we've got the promises of God right there. Blessings, you're blessed. Or for me, this is true emotional like fulfillment. This is bliss. This is happiness. This is deep fulfillment, deep satisfaction. This is loving connection and harmony as well. Like this is shared. This is felt. Whereas the 9 is a little bit more individualistic and independent for me as far as fulfillment and joy. This is like shared. This is like, yes, we are still like our sovereign, independent leader self, but this is us as a full sovereign, independent being sharing in that joy, that fellowship, that community, that love, that happiness, that new life, new growth, new energy with our loved ones. So what I got here is like, you know, there was a lot of there was heaviness before this. There was heaviness, and I don't even use the word consternation, but the word consternation wants to come out of my mouth, so that's significant. It's like there's been a little bit of consternation. It's not even just frustration, it's consternation. And I don't remember the dictionary definition, but I know it feels vibrationally right. It's like, and you know why I think I'm getting it as consternation, maybe? It's like because I feel like this collective, you are very like faithful. You're very respectful. You're very grateful. Like you're a human, so you'll have whatever moment you'll have to feel your emotions. But at the end of the day, you're not a jerk. You're not like an entitled, like Karen type of character, what I'm getting, who treats the universe and treats other people from a lens of entitlement and gets really disrespectful and rude when they don't get their way. I'm not getting that. With this collective, what I'm getting is internally, it's like you don't want to be frustrated at yourself, let alone your guides, because your faith is so strong. And it's like, you feel, you sense, you choose to believe like everything is working out universally. And at the same token, on a very human level, you are feeling the frustrations. You're feeling the pains because you're like, I have these bills. I have these responsibilities. I have these dependents. I have these people relying on me to contribute, to pull my weight, to bring something to the table. Like, there's legitimate reasons why you're feeling some frustration. So it's like this wrestling feeling where on the one hand, it's like, I honor you. I love you, faith. I love you, spirit. I know things are working out. And at the same token, spirit, I'm like living in this lived reality where it's like each day I'm seeing the deadline for the bill come closer, or each day it's another day that I wasn't able to pay towards an outstanding balance. You know what I'm saying? Or each day you're like, okay, my choices about what do I buy? What do I consume? What do I eat? What you like, you know, it's like, it's having some of these moments. Maybe not fully, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but this stuff is coming up. And I feel like it's coming up again. Like, I feel like this is like, because with this collective, I feel as though there's been all this work to really like cultivate so much, do so much, like work on your assets, work on your savings, work on whatever you could do. And now there's some kind of situation where it's like, these things, like these are not, I'm basically getting like, these are not liquid assets. Like these things of value right here. Like it's kind of like when people say it's like you have wealth, but it's all tied up, so you can't do anything in the moment, especially in the moment where you really need it or want it type of vibe. It's that energy. It's like, you know, you have all of this money, all of these assets, all of this wealth, like stacked up based upon your divine labor, your divine service, you showing up and you doing what you're supposed to do. And yet you're like, spirit, I can't access any of this shit. Pardon me. But I'm like, where is the liquid, spirit? Where is the ripe fruit? Like, where is the stuff I can pick up off the vine? A, not only so I can eat it, but B, I can also go and sell it and hopefully take care and get some of the other stuff I need. And so it's like this energy where it's like the density of the pentacles, and I feel like the 10 of swords, it's like this stuff is coming up, but yet you have evolved so much. Like, you're such a new version of you that in reality, it's like these challenges, while, like I said, it's consternation, like this person's still standing up. They're still standing there. I feel like this really is you, especially on the real world level, physical level. What's happening is spirit is allowing these challenges and tests of faith to come up, especially on the material and financial levels, for those of y'all who resonate, physical levels, because they want you to witness this isn't you anymore. That was you at one point in time. You were that defeated, broken down, head in the sand person at one point in time, like where the rock bottom really did hit and you were face in it, and there's no judgment there. Like, you were going through it. And spirit here is showcasing with this 10 of swords that like, you're not that version of you anymore. You really have let it go. So that it's like, it's almost like I feel like this is like a past version of yourself. And it's like, I almost feel like spirit was showing you like a previous version of yourself, being like, where it's like the you from a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. This would have been you after these delays and these situations, the adversity, the hardship and struggle. This would have been you a while ago. But now you're like, no, this isn't me anymore. This isn't me just sitting there full of swords, feeling stuck. It's like you've already risen and you understand you're just having a wobbler moment to test your faith and see, oh, are you going to like take on that old identity and feel weak and disempowered again? Or are you going to keep that faith? Are you going to continue to let that energy go? Are you continue to be like the stronger, more healthily proud and confident, persevering version of you so that you can move forward into your 10 of cups and receive it? Because it's there for you. It's the fulfillment. It's like, this is like the deception trap. This is like the trip up test to see, are you going to fold? Or are you going to like keep it going, keep it moving forward? So spirit is like, it's okay if you feel consternation. It's okay if you feel frustration. Feel the feels, own the feels. Feel the feels and own the feels. Don't let the feels own you. Don't let the feels pin you to the ground or make you feel stuck, because you're not stuck. Like I said, you have so many assets, so much wealth, so many blessings there. And it's just a matter of time before they like fully ripen. You know, the fruit falls from the tree and falls into your lap. And you're going to be having lots of fruits. Very fruitful energy with this card, this happy family here. Okay? Let me get a goddess guidance to kind of like clarify and seal this in, close this out. Please and thank you, please and thank you, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit. Let's get a closing goddess guidance for pile number 2. Interesting sound. Pile number 2. I love how they're making us wait for it too. And I feel like that really is the situation here with this pile, especially. It's like a lot of this patience energy, patience energy, patience energy. Yet they are showing me the rainbow on the card again. It's like when you feel weary, remember the rainbow. Remember what rainbows signify. Remember the promises are kept. They are kept by your soul, by the Holy Spirit, by the divine. And I love how I was about to say to you, I was about to be like, baby. And then I realized the card, baby. Baby. Notice, wait a minute. Clock. 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 Okay, so babies being held, mothering, mother type vibes. Big signs and synchronicities there. You are God's lovely child. You are Holy Spirit's lovely child. You are so held by the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, the Holy Spirit. You're being so held and coddled through. That's why even in this one with all that purple energy, it's in the faith. It's in the faith because you kept the faith. Even in the heat of this poverty, of this challenge, of the struggle, of what really like kicked your ass, you kept the faith. Even if it got as small as mustard seed. And worst case, even if you like lost faith for quote unquote for a moment, you forgot your faith, you never like this. I don't feel like with this, I won't say never because I don't want to speak in absolutes. So please pardon me. I redact that. What I am getting though is like, I feel like with this collective is like, you've never gotten so beat down that you said F spirit, F the universe, like, and meant it. And meant it. Like you've never like said that with such a, like with this collective, it's like, even when it was so difficult and you thought there was no faith left, you still had faith. Like you still have faith. Even if you forgot it for a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months, maybe even a couple years, it was always there. It was always there inside of you. And it's what kept you holding on. It's what kept you even surviving. Let alone now you are get so far beyond survival mode and getting so far beyond survival mode. Mother Mary is here telling you, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. And I'm getting like, ooh, I'm feeling emotional, but it's like, please have faith that your prayers were heard. That Mother Mary is very special to me and on my path and has really like come in some very like important moments in my life, especially when I was dealing with concerns around housing and poverty and having a place to live and survival. And not that she only works in there, but there have been some key things where it's like, I have been in some dark spaces and her presence has delivered me. Um, and she's telling you to expect the miracle. Expect the miracle. Expect the miracle. Your faith, tight, tight, tight. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. And if you feel a little bit wobbly, that's normal. Take a pause. Engage in some breath work, some prayer, some meditation, yoga, a nice walk, getting in water, a shower, whatever it is. Reset and bring yourself, guide yourself back home to faith. And as I wrap out with this pile, like, aside from the message of faith, it's like continue showing up for your ideas. It's like continue building out your dreams and continue showing up for your... I don't know why I just stopped there. Showing up for yourself. That was interesting. There's something here. Pile 2, you really got this. It's like the new beginning required, like the dramatic new beginning required a dramatic ending. And I don't mean dramatic as in, or I'm going to say it this way. I'm not saying dramatic to limit it to drama, but I'm saying it had to be something that was pretty big and cataclysmic, because what's opening up for you is cataclysmic. It's like, notice we go from this 10 of Swords to this 10 of Cups. I won't say it's opposite energy, but it's pretty like it. To go from this to this, that's the exponential kind of shift coming through. So right now, you do your tasks, you build out your dreams, you continue, working on the modeling portfolio. I forget the other metaphor they gave me earlier, but I'm tired. So do that. Comment down below if this resonated with you, pile number 2. I want to know what's the tea, what stuck out with you, as well as if there was any specific words or symbols that really resonate, because I felt like that consternation word was a big one for this collective, as well as like rainbow synchronicities for y'all. And as always, my contact info is down below if you want to book a personal reading to get specific guidance, if you want to work with me as a coach to assist you in manifesting these things, having a space holder who can just like really help you reconnect with your soul and clarity and not feel like crazy in some negative way or judge, like judgment free zone over here, I got you. All right, with that being said, thank you, pile 2, and I'm sending you so much love and gratitude. All right, now let's shuffle the cards, and let's get to pile 3, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much, pile 3, hanging in there. Troopers, well, you probably jumped here, but you know what I mean. Either way, I appreciate you. 3 is one of my favorite digits. Quiet as it's kept. You know what's interesting? Like, I didn't mean to start with this deck, because this is the Goddess Guidance deck, and I've been starting all these piles with the Guardian Angels, and yet this card just flew out. I will get another one at the end, but she's like, don't get rid of her. So, all right, number 3, you're already starting out special. Don't make the other piles jealous. That's for the girls who know. Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Wow, we're coming out the gate with Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Okay, and I'm going to get the Guardian Angel Oracle because I do want to start with that. With this boundaries, though, starting off right the back, the fact that that one came out and I've... Okay, so for this one, right off the bat, too, this is letting me know going into pile 3 is like you are, regardless of the recent or in light of the recent, whatever the part from the general collective reading that you resonate with that I had in the beginning, the injury, the event, whatever it may be, this is for a collective where you're already in some way, shape, or form, you're likely already like shining and sharing your light, your energy, and voice consistently. Like there's a level of visibility and notoriety about you like existing right now, whether you're conscious of it or not. Water. I need to hydrate. This is like telling me, like, you're already in positions to be seen, heard, and felt. So people are already, if it hasn't started already, like people are already reaching for your time, for your attention. This collective with Ishtar right off the bat, she's saying like, love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So for some of y'all, this is about getting next level comfortable with a full no and saying it with your chest. Yes, with compassion and respect, but a full chest. For others, this is about negotiating, like negotiating, renegotiating, clear terms, clear conditions, clear boundaries, in regards to expectations, like what is agreed to, what are people bringing to the table, what are people taking from the table, that sort of thing. Yours is coming off with a very empowered energy right off the bat, like where it's like, I'm getting energies of like this collective number 3, I'm feeling you're a bit more, it's almost as if you already really, you may identify as an alchemist straight up, change the language for what you want, but you already identify and move as an alchemist. Like you already have, like you've really accepted and embodied the fact that like you've got to move through this world with discernment. You have moves to make one on the time, or you have things to do. And you're very humble, but there's like this energy where like you really understand like you are a valuable person. Like I'm getting this energy and vibe of like, you know, being king, queen, sovereign, but like being a queen, almost like a modern day queen where we may not, or maybe a relevant person. Well, that sounds, you know what I'm trying to say. Give me some grace, please. I'm just getting this energy of somebody who's like a queen who's already, like she understands she needs to move wisely. She needs to move smartly. She's desirable. Oh, this is Queen of Wands. I'm channeling Queen of Wands. She's desirable. She's charismatic. She's charming. She's brilliant. She's talented. She's ambitious. And she, not that she inherently tries, but she can't hide who she is. And even if she did once upon a time, she certainly can't hide herself anymore. Because the platforms and the spaces she is navigating right now and what she is putting out there, let alone what is ahead of her. So now this is more so spirit being like, be confident, be firmly locked in as the Queen of Wands and this goddess energy that you are, whatever gender. Ooh, this is going to sound, okay, thank you, Spirit. Please give grace, and please give grace as you listen to what I'm about to channel and say, because I'm not trying to be rude or insensitive. I feel like I'm about to say some pretty uncomfortable things that can and are arguably are true, but maybe in today's like culture and like the way we have not been gifted healthy communication. Instead, we get a lot of pressures for silence. This may ruffle some feathers. What I'm getting with this is like this queen energy, and the boundaries is like getting more comfortable with admitting like you are too good for certain things. And I know that can be controversial. And so let me unpack that, because I'm not trying to get people, this is not to build people up to be rude or condescending. And this is not the collective anyway. No. What I'm saying is like, you're so much more aware of who you are, your value, your talent, your beauty, your energy, your currency, that it's like the energy exchanges that you are going, like, pardon me, slow down. The energy is so strong. Not every energy exchange is worth it. And be more comfortable being bold, Queen of Wands energy, and naming that something is not worth it. Now, I'm not saying you have to say those words to somebody's face and hurt their feelings and make them feel like crap. Absolutely not. What I am saying though is like, do not entertain people in situations that are, I'm just about to say beneath you. And beneath you, I mean like, and when I say beneath you, I'm talking vibrationally. Yes, thank you, Spirit. I'm talking vibrationally. I'm talking about vibration and values. Like, people are going to see you, and they're going to see you somewhere, see you whether in person, online, a platform, like wherever. They're going to see you, and it's going to create some idea in their head where they're going to think, oh, because I see you, you're available. You're available and you're available to me. And this is about you being unavailable. This is about you being visible. This is about you being visible and online and still not available for everybody. Like, this is about you being visible and online and still not letting everybody into the group chat. There's public chats, there's private chats, there's selective chats, and that's okay. Like, you're not being brought into the whole dupe and guilt thing when people be like, you know, when people try to make people feel bad for an exclusive space. Like, I get this all the time as a queer person of color, as a gay person, as a Black person. Like, if and when we want to have like events or things that are specifically for us, of our identity group, our affinity group, it's like, I'm getting people who be like, oh, well, why can't we come? Why can't we do this? Why can't? And I'm like, well, then why don't you create that type of event? Why don't you create an integration or intermingling oriented event? Why does our existence of wanting this gay event, this POC event, for us to have some time and space to gather in our sacred community, talk about what we need to, receive support or joy, whatever it may be. Like, why is it that when we want to dare have an exclusive space, all of a sudden everybody wants to have a titty attack, like there's a scarcity on all types of space? Like, all of a sudden, every other hour, every other day of the year doesn't exist. All of a sudden, the internet doesn't exist where we can't like do something else. All of a sudden, like, there aren't other days and times during the week where like an event can be booked in a certain type of, like, what do you call it, time and space. Like, that's the ish that I don't really have time and space for, because it's like, don't try and punk me or emotionally manipulate me or guilt me because you want my attention in this setting, this way, and I don't want your ass there. And it's not that I'm saying I don't want you at all, or that I don't have time for you, that I don't respect you, that I don't honor you. I'm not saying any of that. But why is it that when I dare to have a certain level of exclusivity regarding my energy and my attention and where I'm going and to whom and with I'm gathering, it's a problem? Don't allow yourself to be deceived by that BS, because that's a manipulation tactic to try and get you to violate your own boundaries and safety, whether people know it or not. Because if you were to go and talk to them and empathetically, like, maybe have that space and ask them about, like, well, do you never want privacy? Do you never want exclusive space? And I know when we talk about social identities, there's a lot more to this type of stuff. That's a whole nother aside. I'm just using that for an easy-ish example. I know there's a lot more nuance to that. However, I'm using it to illustrate the point. Like, this is the level of like what we've got to become more comfortable. Like, in the sense of, we're at the level of visibility and we're getting to level of rejections and honoring and defining our space, that there's going to be some people who are upset. There are going to be some people who feel a type of way. There are going to be some people who may want to talk There are going to be some people who may want to villainize. There are going to be people who are going to have like opinions, whatever. At this point though, this collective, like, your energy, your boundaries up is like not only to keep those people in check and keep them in their place wherever they need to be and like not close to you. It's also to let you know, like, keep your own energy strong, because you got to believe that you're worth it. You got to believe in your confidence. You got to believe that you have the deservingness and the right to protect your energy and space, and that you do not need to just be giving it all up and out to anyone whenever they request it. No, absolutely not. Nobody's entitled to you. I love this. This is a very empowering message. Let's get a guardian angel before we get some tarot to build into this. So this is a very empowered sovereign type thing. Here we go. Passion. Holy Hanyal. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. I love this. I love how that follows boundaries. Okay, one more time. Passion. Holy Hanyal. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. And I want to do this before it gets too dark. So you just had me have that whole thing. Channel message with Ishtar, the energy about your boundaries. It's because you are being guided full steam ahead, going for your dreams, going for what you want. Like, I keep getting like the popularity, the celebrity, the notoriety energy around this collective. I'm not saying take what resonates, leave what doesn't for you. I'm not sitting here trying to say like it has to be conventional celebrity culture or that realm, although it could be. I mean, who knows who's tuning in? I can only pray. Get more comfortable being relevant, and get more comfortable being relevant and still choosing to do what you're guided to do, regardless of the cacophony of opinions, regardless of the trolls, regardless of the haters, of the basics. This is about you doing you, having your shield up, not in a defensive, like, oh my God, I'm scared. No, it's like, I put my shields up, I put my protection up, I have my guides on point, and I did my prayers. Okay, great. I'm about to walk through this day and I'm going to slay it. And I'm going to do me. And I'm going to honor me. I'm going to be a kind person, also smile, I'll be respectful, acknowledge people along the way. No rudeness here, but I'm here to do me. I'm here to do what my soul is calling me to do. And I'm not going to let other people's opinions or their distractions derail me from my purpose in my craft. And especially for those of y'all with love life stuff too, coming through for a second. Interesting. Spirit is like, also it's like not settling for less, not settling for crumbs and then trying to deceive yourself that it's a full course meal. Like if you want to eat a little snack or have a little snack as opposed to a full course meal, then do that. But it's like no deceiving yourself. Okay, like if you are going for the Pop-Tart, don't try and convince yourself it's the pasta. I love me a Pop-Tart. I love me some pasta. Not the same thing. And I'm certainly not deceiving myself that they're giving me the same like fulfillment and nutritional value. Okay, this is where you're at. Spirit's like, go for it. Do you, like, it's like honoring your worth, like really honoring your worth. Even these faces I'm making, like, I feel like Spirit is just going to be like, you're going to be like, with this collective, comment down below if this is already resonating with you. I feel like with this collective, I'm feeling more icks. Like, I feel like more icks are going to be like highlighted and revealed to us. And it's not to be rude. It's not to be judgmental about, who or what we're icking to. It's more so to reveal to us, be like, oh, wow, this is ick to me now. Oh, wow, this feels ick. Or that person feels ick. Oh, that situation feels ick. Oh, that activity feels ick. Oh, that activity at that time of day feels ick. You know what I mean? Like, give room specificity. Like, some of it will be a whole thing. Some of it will be smaller. I'm all about moderation as opposed to assuming everything is black and white. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So it's like I'm getting like this energy of like boundaries, icks. I'm also getting auditing. It's auditing. It's like, I'm almost feeling like it's part of me now. I'm thinking of Sleeping Beauty, and it's like waking up because I keep coming back to that queen energy. But I feel like it's like somebody who's just like waking up almost from like a slumber and remembering who they are, and like but like not even just remembering it. It's like at this point, it's like no, I woke up feeling it. It's like I woke up feeling it. Like I woke up like this. Like I woke up like this. Like I'm feeling it today. Like. For all these years, all these days, all these weeks, it's been a choice, it's been an intention, it's been a desire, it's been a wish. Bitch, now it is. Pardon me, but like this is the energy I'm getting, pile 3. Like now it is. And so now that you're in this energy, now I feel as though it's about like learning how to navigate. Okay, how do I like display my opinions as the most graceful queen and sovereign, as opposed to maybe one that, albeit very bold, is a little like too unfiltered, right? Because even if somebody is giving us the ultimate ick, there is a mature way to let someone down or decline something with respect versus to make somebody feel bad. Like, I'm never here for that. I'm not here for bullying. I'm not here for disrespect. Like, none of that. That is not what this is meant to do. I'm here to, yes, create a celebratory space for your healed ego and healing ego and hold space for it because it is a beautiful part of our lives and it gives us so many benefits. That's why we're blessed with it. Yet at the same token, I'm not here to build you up in a way that's meant to break others down, excuse me. No. Let's get some tarot to bring this down to earth. What's the message for the queen? Especially if it's pile number 3, you may have been getting a lot of Nicki references, seeing a lot of Nicki Minaj. That might be a synchronicity for you in particular, or Beyonce. Divas in general. Strong, powerful, feminine energies and figures. Yeah, this is a lot more in general for this whole collective. This is a little bit more of a queen's reading, like queen energy in the sense of more in the receptive mode right now, as opposed to as much king energy. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles popping out. She's looking pensive. She's looking contemplative. She's thinking. She's considering. All right, thank you, Holy Spirit. And we got 2 more. And we got the Moon and the Artist. Okay. Wow. 8 of Cups, bottom of the deck, and around the corner, the 7 of Cups. And I know it's getting dark, so I'm going to move a little faster. I'm not rushing anything, but I'm going to move faster so you can see the cards before it gets too dark. So this is the Page of Pentacles, pardon the light. This is the Moon. So reflecting on the coins, the finances, physicality, reflecting, looking in the ether. So we're getting like very pondering energies. Pay attention to that, please. And then you get a card that's very unique to this Ethereal Visions Tarot. You have card, what is this, 23, right? The Artist. I had a feeling this card was going to come out today. The Artist. A visionary and creative card. Bottom of the deck, you have the 8 of Cups, which is often about moving on. And notice that moonlight, it's about movement, but they're sitting there right now. They have the walking stick in their hand, though. They're taking a moment's pause, a moment's respite to breathe. And then we have around the corner the 7 of Cups. Interesting illustration on this one. But often the 7 of Cups represents like making a choice. And I love the skull and the mask. So there's this energy of like, who am I? Identity, deaths, new beginnings, decisions on how to move forward. So with this pile, these tarot cards are definitely affirming the oracles and what I channeled thus far. Particularly when I saw the Moon card and the Artist card, I remembered the Passion card from Haniel about focusing on your love life and career. So with the Moon and the Artist, and then the Page of Pentacles, this collective, and number 3, please give yourself, take the time to be with Spirit, take the time to reflect with Spirit, take the time to communicate with Spirit, journal, like whatever you need to do, like please take some reflective and pondering time. I do feel guided to encourage that. Like this isn't the time to rush or make haste. I'm not saying you can't take any actions. However, it's like Spirit really wants you to reflect, because I feel as though there is I feel like a juggling, a wrestling with like pragmatic and practical concerns, monetary concerns, financial concerns, and what to do, like quote unquote, to make money, receive money, versus your vision, your dream, like what's calling you in your heart, what's calling you in your soul. And I'm talking like big, big, big dreams here, like unbounded. Like I want, like visionary, like the Artist, like what lights you up, like what is your soul seeking to express and somehow, some way translate into a felt and experienced form here on earth, to take that creative talent from what you feel inside, from what you envision in the ethers, and to bring it up and out and through you. That is what's coming on here. Oh, pardon me. I feel like these bugs trying to come out. Spending some time even stargazing, looking under moonlight, doing this reflection under the moon will be huge. Now I got some flickering lights coming on. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, thank God the power's back in the neighborhood too. Yay. With the bottom of the deck, the 8 of Cups and a moon on that card as well. I almost feel like your spirit guides, like, I feel like this is inviting you, maybe even on a moonlit night. I know we just had a new moon, but something by the next full moon may be significant in regards to clarity and wisdom. Okay, and I am recording like basically the day after a new moon just dropped. So I am in a new moon energy right now, a new moon in Libra portal in particular. So for some in this collective, the full moon that comes around when this reading finds you within the Scorpio season that I'm in, if you, in 2 weeks from now, basically, if you see this in real time, there's something by that next full moon cycle where by that point, I believe you're going to have more clarity and insight, both with your own vision, your creative vision, your dreams, like the art, the artistry, the vision that's seeking to come up and come out and be expressed from you. And you're also going to have more clarity and wisdom of like what to walk away from, and a little bit more of the how to walk away, like in the sense of Like I'm getting energy because this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's like I'm getting a mix of, there's going to be, like for some, there may be a complete walking away or letting go of something in its entirety, right? For others, it's going to be really decreased, like a decreased workload or a decreased part of your schedule, your itinerary, your energy, whatever it may be, like stuff like that. Like basically, you'll know it when you get there, but there's something in between the new moon that we're in right now and the full moon coming up, where you're going to get clarity more and more on what you're walking away from, what you're choosing to invest more of your passion, your attention, your energy into, what you're building, having stronger boundaries around your time and energy, stronger boundaries both with your habits and practice as well as with people and outside forces especially, and really putting yourself first. Spirit, in this pile number 3, this is asking you to recommit to being the alchemist that you are, like recommit, re-decide, like decide again, renew the decision really. Yeah, it's more like renewal, renew the decision, renew the choice to be a leader, to be your best self, and to walk forward in faith, to continue taking the leaps of faith. Spirit is acknowledging they understand your physical concerns, your financial concerns. They're completely valid. Yet I'm very much so being encouraged with this pile to let y'all take some, like be willing to take the risk when the moment comes. Like be willing to take the risk. Be willing to like trade in a past version of yourself, something from your past, like trade something in so that you can build out your dream, build out your vision. It is here for you. It is here for you. It is unfolding. Spirit, there's something about this portal, this 2-week portal, especially with this one. And Hanyul really works with the moon, by the way. So Holy Hanyul coming out for you and getting all these moon cards is an extra synchronicity. So you may want to connect with Hanyul, especially if you resonate with angels. But Guardian Angel Hanyul, Holy Hanyul, pardon me. It's okay right now in this moon period, this portal that we're in. Like this is the time to do a lot of the reflecting and the considering, the reconsidering. It is. And then by the end of it, by the time of that full moon, when the sky is illumined more, like after you've waited it out, you'll have more clarity and guidance on what steps to take. In the meantime, protect yourself, protect your energy, protect your time with spirit. Continue showing up for, the passions and the things that you can. Allow yourself to continue building out your dreams, like, step by step a little bit. I know that was mainly pile 2, but this one's coming through a little bit in this collective as well. And honor your feelings, honor your emotions. Remember what I was channeling in the very beginning with that Ishtar energy. You are the queen of wands. You're amazing. You're charismatic. You're brilliant. You are valuable. You are worthy. You are worth it. And if that means, and this is what's happening, it's like now that you're really feeling this, now that you're really more and more in this energy, especially as this portal unfolds where you feel this way, there's going to be more and more feelings and more clarity for you to liberate yourself and make the moves that you need to make. You're going to become more and more aware of like, you know what, like, honestly, this really doesn't serve me. Like, I'm not that you were playing pretend, but you're like, I'm not playing pretend and I'm not even minimizing this. Like, there's more and more of you holding space for like the realness of your emotions, like the rugged realness and authenticity of your feelings. Like the moon is really bringing, and the Scorpio energy as well with this moon card, Scorpio energy in this season that the moon card can help illuminate further. Thank you, Spirit. Pardon me, because I understand normally the moon card is more of a Cancer and Pisces card. Not saying it's a Scorpio card. What I am talking about though is like getting things that are beneath the surface and bringing it, like deep things, and bringing it up. And Scorpio's really good at that. So there are some deep feelings coming up for review and transmutation as well as acceptance so that you can make truly empowered and liberating decisions for yourself to get to where you need to get to. All right. So with that being said, it is officially like so dark, can't see a thing. I'm going to, ooh, happy Halloween, happy Scorpio season. I'm going to get ready to wrap it here. I will say pile 3. Notice that you were the last pile and you're the one who went from the light to the dark. You went through the twilight and we're ending your reading in a little bit in this like darker, moony space. However, it's very much in alignment with this reading. Trust and believe, like the full moon will be guiding your path forward. Stay focused. Of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you need a personal reading, my contact information is in the box below. So feel free, if you want me to work with me, I can coach you and we can help you unlock like whatever clarity is left. But for right now, take some time, drink some water, go integrate, go connect with your spirit guides, celebrate yourself. And happy Scorpio season. Like, welcome, welcome. All right, loves, I'm Dil Divine, your friendly neighborhood queer muse, oracle, and soul guide, and I'll be back very soon. Take care.